did Bud Light Seltzer start making lemonade?
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Opponents? I've gone up against thousands.
And there's an opponent we're all up against, COVID-19.
But there's a way to beat it. Get vaccinated.
So when it's your turn, roll up your sleeves.
And let's get to the finish.
Good.
Mac, you went up against Trevon Diggs maybe in practice.
Yeah.
29. Any good memories, and what's it been like reviewing it on film this week?
Yeah, he's a great player, and I got a chance to practice against him a lot at Alabama, and he has a really good feel for the game. He's very instinctual, very smart, fast, quick, explosive, strong. So he does it all really well, and I'm really proud of how he's been playing, and it's going to be fun to get a chance to be on the field with him again.
Did he get you when you were running scout?
Oh yeah, yeah. He definitely made plays, and we had a lot of good players. I don't have to talk about the past, but it was a good experience to get whoever it was back there playing against guys who are in the NFL right now starting. So it was a good experience.
Because of how he's playing right now, I think it's interceptions in 5 straight games. Do you have to kind of be aware of where he is in that matchup?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's all over the tape. He's sideline to sideline making plays and playing his technique, and you have to be aware of where he is at all times. And yeah, he makes plays, and it's not just him too. There's other guys on the team that are also making plays, and they all play hard and they play together. So it's a really good all-around defense, and they play together as a team, and we got to be ready to go.
Ezekiel Elliott said that if he were a quarterback, he wouldn't even look Diggs' way. Is that something that crosses your mind?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't be afraid of anybody or anything like that, and you just have to know where he's at, because you have to respect him, respect his game, respect his knowledge, and respect everybody on that defense and their coaching staff, because they do a good job in preparation, and it showed up on the tape, and we have all the respect in the world for those guys, and they're playing really well, and it'll be a lot of fun to just compete with them.
Another subject, last week, the last drive, the game-winning drive, did you have a different feeling going out there knowing that, it's a tie game, this is a situation that you really have to have it, I think is the term you guys use?
Yeah, yes and no. I think a lot of that's like outcome thinking, which is bad. So just try and focus on not the result and what you're supposed to do each play, and don't put a consequence, good or bad, on the play. So that's what the best players do in whatever sport it is. They don't care about the situation necessarily. They understand the pressure that's applied, but they trust their training, and they go back to what they've known and learned throughout their years of playing. So I try to look at people who do a good job of that, and there's guys on our team who do a great job of that, and I've learned a lot from them and all the situational football that we've had in practice. So that's obviously a great learning experience starting there.
How much pressure is on you in the offense, Mac, when you have a prolific offense on the other side that has averaged 40 points per game in the last 3 and is averaging 34 for the season?
Yeah, they have one of the best offenses in the NFL, and you just have to go toe-to-toe and try and just compete and focus on yourself. But they do a great job, and I don't watch offensive film, but I have seen some crossover film, and they move the ball well, and they got great players. So yeah, it's going to be, we just have to play our game and realize that it's, like I always say, 11 on 11, and our offense versus their defense, and then when we switch, they'll be going against our defense. So that's as simple as it needs to be.
And just another question for you. You look so confident and capable in play action with your ball handling and when you throw the football. Is that just something you've always had a knack for, or is there something about play action passes that you're just really comfortable with? And I think your completion percentage on them is actually 77%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just going back to when I was little, that's something that I've always enjoyed doing. And when you have a good run game and have a good offensive line like we do, they can create the movement, and they step up or don't, and you just have to find the windows. So not to get into all the X's and O's, but play action's part of the game, just like drop back pass and quick game or shots or whatever you want. So I got to do better at everything, and that's an area that I put a lot of stress on, and everybody on our team does a good job with it. So I just have to keep improving and finding ways to get the guys the ball.
Mac, you went on the radio earlier this week and just said that you felt like Houston touched the ball too much.
Yeah.
Defensive backs. Is it decision making? Is it knowing your limits? What would you say is like the biggest thing to improve that?
Yeah, I'd say just sticking to my reads and following what they're telling me to do. And it's not that I don't know what to do. It's just sometimes I might skip something or see something, and I just need to stick to what I've been taught and do it and just play. At the end of the day, you can't go out there and be a stick figure and stuff. You got to kind of just react and play how you know how to play. So sometimes I might see something that other people don't see, but at the same time, when we watch the film, we always get back on the same page, and I just have to do a better job of that and realizing that, they don't have to touch the ball. You can do other things, throw it away or whatever, just to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Mac, what's it been like getting to know Hunter? You guys aren't, you're not like the same. He's a little older, but it seems like you guys got a nice little connection.
Yeah, he's a great dude, and just going back to OTAs when he came and I got to throw with him, he's just a real likable guy and a great teammate, and he has fun with the game, but he also takes it very seriously, and it means a lot to him to do it the right way, and he's a perfectionist like a lot of us on the offense, and he's been great, so I think he'll continue to do, he's a new player in the system too, and we have a few of those, but at this point we're kind of evolving away from, the new player. At this point we need to come together, and we are, and he's doing a good job just like a lot of the other guys are, so.
Mac, you've referred to a couple of the offensive players, including yourself, as being a little bit perfectionist. How do you guys pick each other up when things are looking less perfect and even borderline ugly sometimes on offense?
Yeah, I think just staying positive and just talking with each other and realizing that we're going to mess up and it's not going to be perfect, which is hard, but I think we do have guys on our team and that obviously want to have fun, and we realize that the fun part is the winning part, so when we do that, it's fun. When we don't, it's not. So that's what it comes down to.
Gotta ask you about the sneakers. No bolt?
Yeah. What about them?
I'm just curious. Never seen them in a sneaker before.
Yeah, it's a great company, and I'm blessed to be a part of their team and stuff. But yeah, it's comfortable. You should maybe get a pair.
Hey, Matt, any similarities between this Cowboys defense and the one you guys saw against the Jets? I know the coaching tree is similar there.
Yeah, I think every week there's adjustments that have to be made based on what we see on film, and a lot of teams have crossover coaches and have worked together in the past, so you kind of have to understand their tree and where the coaches come from, and Dan Quinn's done a great job, whether he's head coach or defensive coordinator in the past couple of years, so we just kind of have to, he does what he does, and we'll be ready for whatever they bring, and like every week there's something new and there's something different, but you just can't chase the ghosts and just kind of expect what to expect.
Mac, you and Hunter have sort of developed a better connection over the last couple of weeks. And as a quarterback, does it kind of like a security blanket? Is that something that enters your mind of like somebody that you can go to on in third down or something like that when you absolutely have to have it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good with Hunter, but I feel good with everybody. I mean, there's design plays for certain people sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm executing my job and they're doing theirs. So there's guys open, and I've missed some of them, which I always go back and watch, and I feel bad because I want to get them in the ball, but Hunter does a great job getting open just like everybody else, and that's their job, and my job is to give him the ball. So I try to keep it simple, and we'll continue to do that.
How's Rose hanging in?
Final question?
What'd you say?
How's Rose hanging in?
She's good. She got a haircut, so she's shaved, but she's getting her hair back. She's doing good.
A little too tight?
Yeah, I just she was so young,
yeah,
and it got a little matted. Like her hair got matted because we couldn't cut it because she had to get her shots. So she's back on track.
It's the hard-hitting question.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
When did Bud Light Seltzer start making lemonade?
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Opponents? I've gone up against thousands.
And there's an opponent we're all up against, COVID-19.
But there's a way to beat it. Get vaccinated.
So when it's your turn, roll up your sleeves.
And let's get to the finish line together.
When did Bud Light Seltzer start making lemonade?
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Opponents? I've gone up against thousands.
And there's an opponent we're all up against, COVID-19.
But there's a way to beat it. Get vaccinated.
So when it's your turn, roll up your sleeves.
And let's get to the finish line together.
When did Bud Light Seltzer start making lemonade?
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Opponents? I've gone up against thousands.
And there's an opponent we're all up against, COVID.